What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Next Man Up podcast. Today I don't have my partners with me. It's just gonna be me. I'm only gonna be discussing two topics. This is just gonna be me. It's probably gonna be a full episode, full cast in about a week or so. Just got a lot of stuff going on. Finals starting. Just getting a lot of homework, and then I'm busy with work. I think Latif is sick right now, and then Max. We're dealing with school and stuff. So we'll be back at full strength in a little bit, pushing out content through the winter break, giving y'all something to watch. But anyways, I just wanted to come on here for a little bit. Sorry that I don't got all the socials at the top, but y'all should know where to find us. Next Man Up podcast on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And we're just gonna get right into top five rookies. Um, so we all know about Wimby, we know about Chet. And I am gonna talk about them. Actually, I'm gonna talk about them first, just to get you off the way. But I feel like there's a lot of other rookies that aren't getting spotlight enough just because of those two household names. So yeah. Well, let's get into Chet. He's averaging 18 points, two blocks. That's crazy. Let's say eight rebounds on almost 50, 40, 90 splits. He's been amazing so far. Now, the only thing that kind of throws me off with Chet, which is throwing me off in the past few years, is giving people like Chet the rookie title. I don't believe that we should consider him as a rookie. I don't believe that he should be in the running for rookie of the year, but he is playing amazing. Now, I think it was a few years ago when I think it was between Donovan Mitchell and Ben Simmons getting rookie of the year. That actually bothers me because even though they're hurt, even though they're not being able to play, they still have professional nutrition. They know who their teammates are. They're building up chemistry. There's a lot of things that you don't get or you have over um a real rookie per se. You know what I'm saying? You're already acclimated to where you are. Now, again, playing on the court and probably they probably wasn't he wasn't practicing as much because he was hurt. But yeah, just being around the guys, building up a rapport, some camaraderie, that does a lot. So yeah, I don't understand why we're still giving these people a rookie title or letting them get in the running for rookie of the year because it's people who are actually new to the league, who aren't on the team playing for the year before, um, haven't talked to the coaching staff on what they're expected to do the next year and all that other stuff. Like it's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but nonetheless, I don't want to take that away from Chet. Right now, he probably is the rookie of the year. Again, like I said, 18 points, two blocks, eight rebounds on almost 50, 40, 90 splits. That's really amazing. Only thing that puts him over the top, well, I wouldn't even say puts him over the top. I'm kind of torn between him and Wimby because him and Wimby have two different roles. Um, Chet is in a way better situation. Uh, I think I like Chet's offensive game a little bit more. I feel like he's more developed on the offensive side of the ball than Wimby. But then again, it's just different roles. When you have Shea alongside you, you have J-Dub, and then Chet. He just fits in perfectly. And then, all the pieces that the Thunder have, like they really built a nice squad. I posted on my Twitter, I think yesterday, last night, um, a picture of Cade, Russ, and James Harden. I know they don't play alike, but yeah, like it's crazy how we thought that we would never see like a young core, um, just like a young core like that. And I feel like OKC just built it again. So that's crazy. I love when teams, build through the draft. And yeah, I feel like we're gonna see this tandem for a long time. Well, probably not a long time, because money and all that stuff. I forgot the rules that they made. So probably not a long time. Um, Yeah, they can discuss that. I think it's called the MVPA. See, me personally, I don't pay too much attention to stuff like that. That's why I love having Latif and Max on the pod because they know like all the contracts, all the rules, the negotiations and stuff like that, stats. I just focus on ball, but yeah. So probably top probably at the number one spot. I'll put Chet. It does kind of hurt me though, because I really don't feel like he's a rookie. But yeah, I probably have Chet at that number one spot. All right, at the number two spot, this is where I place Wemby at. It's kind of a no-brainer. If I have Chet at one, definitely gonna have to put Wemby at two. Averaging 19 and 10. He's not shooting well from the three. Uh, like Chet, I think he's shooting like around 25, 26%. Um, he's averaging 2.7 blocks, almost 3 blocks a game. Like I said before, you can go back to the previous episodes with Wemby. Um, all the hype was there, and it's a lot of pressure when you're putting that on like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid. I don't know how old he is, but I just know he's very young. So I was saying maybe let's say he doesn't become this guy where we're hyping him up to be. I always knew that he was going to be generational on the defensive end, just because his size alone, and just how he's able to move around. And he showed that already. He showed that he's going to be an impact defensive player, averaging 2.7 blocks. You see a lot in it. It's obvious reasons too. His stature, how long he is, how tall he is. When you see defenders thinking twice when they come into the paint. You gotta take in fact or take in consideration that Wemby's gonna be there, so he would affect shots that don't even go up. So Wemby's playing great so far. It was funny because in the beginning of the season, it was people were talking about how Vassell, Keldon, and all those other guys were just like jealous of Wemby because they weren't feeding him the ball. But uh, yeah, everything's gonna work out smoothly. With the Spurs, just give it a few years. I don't think anybody expected them to win many games. This is really just a Wemby development, man. And it's going good so far. It's going great so far. What I would like to see out of Wemby probably is to, develop his offensive game a little bit more. Um, and that's kind of crazy to say because he's already averaging like 20 his first year. I think he had that. What was his highest game so far? I don't know. That's gonna take too long, but yeah, one B chat. I just wanted to get that out of the way real fast. Uh, those are probably the top two right now. If I was to pick just for rookie of the year, I would probably say one B because I already discussed how I feel about the whole Chet situation. But yeah, those it looks like those are the next big man of the future. Tall, lanky, skinnier guys, more mobile, can shoot the three ball. Like that's kind of how the league is going. We're not seeing any more stocky, big, uh, type of bigs. When you really think of that, how many more bigs are like that actually? Um, Embiid, you could say Giannis, but he's like more mobile. He can't shoot the ball like that, but Embiid is kind of a tweener. He's a big, but he can do everything on the court. Um, yeah, it's kind of crazy to just see how the league is developing. Seeing everything kind of turn positionless. So yeah, those are my top two rookies. Now let's get into the third. That was kind of predictable. I want to get into the third rookie. At the number three spot for me has to be Jordan Hawkins. I may be a little bit biased because the Pelicans are my team, but I really love what Jordan Hawkins is doing. First thing that I saw, like what jumped out of me is he's not shy at all. If you give him a sliver of space, he's pulling. He does not care. Now, there were key injuries at the start of the season. CJ was out, Trey is still out. So I was expecting him to come off the ball, come on, have the ball a little bit more, like some more on ball situations. And there were times where he had the ball and it was like a pick and roll with JV. I don't see that happening anymore because we're getting our guys back. Jose's back, CJ's back, Trey is about to come back. But yeah, I really loved how we're utilizing him. We really needed a shooter, and that's something that he's providing. He doesn't take many dribbles. Like he said, it was this viral video of him. Most of his buckets are coming off pin downs, uh, screens, stuff like that. He doesn't need to dribble the ball. And he's letting it fly, and he's also making a lot of those attempts. I think he's shooting 37% from the three right now. As a rookie, that's amazing. I think he has the most 3 points made as a rookie. So I love Jordan Hawkins. and what he does for this team. I kind of see him as like a Trey Murphy type of mold. Um, I don't think his defense is at the level of Trey's. Hawkins is an okay defender. I wouldn't say he's a slouch, but yeah, what he's doing on the offensive end is amazing. And it was looking like very sus at the beginning of the season. I've voiced my frustrations on episodes past about how Zion's playing way better, so that's helping. But um, it was early on in the season when we were dropping most of our games. Uh, Zion would be like a ISO with Zion or DI, and if that wasn't on, we would kick it out to shooters or they, double team stuff of that nature, sent to zone, just anything like that. Um, we kick it out to a shooter and we couldn't make a shot. So I'm happy to see that the shots are finally falling. And now we're getting back our guys healthy. I think when we get Trey Murphy back, that's what's gonna move the needle. That is what's definitely gonna move the needle. I may have I may have jumped the gun a little bit early when I said I'm kind of done with this BI and Zion experiment because hey, it's looking like it's working right now. It's looking like it's working right now. So once we get back to full health, I will be glad in seeing how that plays out. I will be very glad in that. So yeah, that's my third rookie. I really like what he's doing for my squad. So we can hop into the fourth. Again, I'm trying to get this over real fast. I got one more topic to this, and I'll be out y'all way. All right, so my fourth rookie will have to be Jaime Jaquez Jr. Triple J. Um, yeah, he's been playing great, especially as of late. I think it was like over the past 5 games, even averaging like 16 or 18 or something like that. I just seen that on Twitter. But he's averaging 12 points, two turnovers, 2 assists. Is kind of a bad assist to turnover ratio, but he is a rookie. He just does what he needs you to do. I said that again. A lot of stuff that I say in the past, it comes out to be true. We were talking about when we were evaluating every draft pick for the 2023 draft. I don't remember Cam Whitmore went before or after him. I think he went after. But I think the big question was that's when everybody was really high on Cam Whitmore. But yeah, I was talking about how I understood why the Heat picked uh Mr. Hodges because he just makes the right plays. He plays hard. He fits the whole grit and grind type of mentality that goes with the Heat. And right now, it's he's prospering in that system. Um, you know, playing on the defensive end. Getting timely, costly buckets. So that's perfect for what the Heat need and body as a team. We don't really have too much to say on that. So let's head into the fifth rookie. Number five, so I'm gonna go with my boy Keontae George. I've been a big fan of him since Baylor, even a little bit before high school. I've always been high on Keontae George. I'm kind of surprised on the playmaking aspect that he's providing to the Jazz. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I thought that he was gonna be a type of player, just only gives a scoring lift. Right now he's still inefficient. Probably same problems that we've seen already from Keontae. He shoots questionable shots sometimes. But that will sort itself out. It comes with time and development. But yeah, that's my fifth rookie. I think he's averaging like 10 points, 5 assists. Again, I didn't expect him to be uh a great playmaker, but he succeeded my expectations on the playmaking side of the ball. So yeah, I'm looking to see some more out of him, man. Those are my top five rookies. There would be a lot of more dialogue and discourse, but it's just harder, talk about that stuff when you're the only one. So, but I do have to put this out. I don't think we posted a video in like 2 weeks. But let's hop into the next topic. We got Chris Manning's comments on Cade. I don't know if you guys seen it, but I can read it off for you. Um, real quick. All right, so Chris Mannix says, redraft that 2021 class today. Where would Cunningham go? After Evan Mobley? Definitely. Scotty Barnes, Franz Wagner, and Alperen Sengun? Probably. Throw Jalen Green into that mix. Now, I read a report uh about the whole dysfunction with the Detroit Pistons. It says that first off, I don't understand why Killian Hayes is getting the minutes that he's getting. I was never really like a Killian guy, and that's because of my love for Derrick Rose. I knew once they drafted him, that was like, to push out D Rose. He's older, and then we'll phase out D Rose because he's older and all that type of stuff, and then build him for the future. So I always had some type of disliking for him when he came into the league, but even beyond that, his offensive game is just not there. I guess you could say he's a plus on the defensive end, but it's not enough to make up for his offensive shortcomings. It actually gets really bad on offense for him. I honestly couldn't tell you what he does well on the offensive end. I guess you could say pass, but um, yeah, it's the whole Pistons franchise right now is just very dysfunctional. 0-15 in the month of November. It's looking very sad. Now, I want to comment on Chris Manning's comments a little bit more closely. And I saw a video on TikTok that explained this perfectly. If you redraft the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham still goes one. Maybe actually no, he still goes one undoubtedly. Um, what he's doing on the Pistons is okay. Like there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. He's making the best out of that situation. It's horrible spacing. Um, for all I know, horrible coaching. Monty hasn't made any of that better. And if you just look at the guys that he named, Evan Mobley, is it cool to say a negative on offense? Well, he's feasible. He's okay on the offensive end. He's okay. He's nothing more, nothing less. So his defense would be transformative, but what is he gonna do in the offensive end? Um, Scotty Barnes, again, I would say a great wing type of defender, good playmaker. We're seeing his offensive game when it comes to scoring the ball develop more, but I don't think this transforms the situation with the Pistons. Um, Franz Wagner, no, that doesn't change what happens with the Pistons. Sengun, we're seeing what he is. He draws comparisons to guys like Sabonis, guys like Jokic, a great playmaker out of the post, um, great post scoring game. Uh, but he doesn't transform what the Pistons are doing. I think that what Chris Mann's comments were a little bit irresponsible because when you list these type of guys, these are a good group of guys. But if you put them in the same situation as Cade, do you really think that they do any better? I think you have to take a situation in hand, and that's something that he didn't do. You redraft this class, and Cade goes number one. I feel like he still has uh better intangibles. I feel like he has the highest ceiling out of the whole 2021 draft class. It's up for grabs for what the redraft will be. I think we did a 2021 redraft as well, but it's kind of hard because I don't think anybody expected Shingun to play like this. I think people expected Jalen Green. Actually, him putting Jalen Green on this list is kind of criminal. I was very high on Jalen Green, especially coming into this year. I thought that he was going to take a great leap just off of playmaking that was added to the team. But saying throw Jalen Green into that mix like Jalen Green would make this team better than what Cade is doing is absolutely crazy. That's ridiculous. If you ask me. But yeah, this take was very irresponsible. Um and yeah, but that's all I got for y'all today. Nice little 20-minute video just to hold y'all over. Like I said, we'll be back. We'll be the full cast probably like in a week or so, week or two. I really don't like when we hold off on our content for this long. But again, times are getting tough, man. We're all college students. Finals are coming up, so we gotta focus on that. Make sure our grades looking right. I got work, a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm dealing with on the side. So yeah, we're gonna come at y'all with some more content, more basketball, football. Um, catch us on TikTok. Catch us on TikTok. I'm gonna start going live on there just to interact with y'all. Yeah, appreciate it. If you haven't followed the channel, make sure you or subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, follow our Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's all in the description. I got to figure out how to get all that back and on the overlay and stuff like that. But that'll be all back in the next video. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And yeah, see y'all boys.